Let's talk about the first video. How did it feel?
You took the first step to start it, and then just like when you start responding, it's always easy. That's why I like questions.
I mean, like, when I started, like, I had so many things that I wanted to say. It was very awkward, and I don't think it was very natural, because I was like, I need to start, I need to initiate the conversation, which probably is something that you feel when you meet a person for the first time.
I think what's easier with actual breakfast, you don't have, any subject that you really want to share or prepare.
It's also very therapeutical. When you make a photo shoot, you look at yourself, like it gives you a lot of information about you, about your state right now. It's very different from when you look at yourself in the mirror. Maybe because there is also another person who is involved in picturing you,
You're becoming less stressed about your...
No, I mean, like, it gives you some information about you. You see some traits, you see how you behave, you see... Okay, so probably you see the emotions more clear, When you look at yourself on the video or when you look at yourself on the photos.
So does that mean that seeing yourself having emotion makes it therapeutical?
Yeah, because what is the therapy about? You get to know yourself, your emotions better through talking about them, through noticing them. Photo shoots or videos, they can help you see those emotions.
Everyone is thinking about themselves, but most of this thinking might be very unhealthy. And what it makes healthy or therapeutical, what is it? A degree of acceptance of yourself. Seeing yourself on camera, it's not necessarily about acceptance.
Most of the people I know, when they talk about not loving themselves on the video, or they don't love hearing their voice. And it's interesting because, like, you look at yourself the way you never looked at yourself before, because, like, you didn't have that experience with yourself, Wow.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you so much. Obrigado.
Thank you so much. Thinking about loneliness. Like, we're doing this thing that is like definitely related to loneliness. Everyone is talking about loneliness. It's kind of such a huge thing now. Family is changing, people are changing. Like, we're all getting more individualistic or lonely.
Yesterday, I saw this Instagram post that Gen Z generation is going to be the loneliest.
Gen Z.
Yeah, because they don't have partners, they don't start families. But that's actually a good point. Like, when we're talking about loneliness, so what are we referring to? Like, is this the person who doesn't have friends? Is this the person who doesn't have partners? Like, what makes a person feel lonely? And when do you start considering yourself lonely? For how long do you need to be alone or lonely? Like, what is the definition?
Loneliness is just your internal state. So it's only you who can define whether you feel lonely or not. But it has nothing to do with isolation or being alone.
You can be with people, but you can still feel lonely.
That's you are the one who defines whether you're lonely or not.
Maybe if you consider yourself a lonely person, like, it becomes a very heavy tag on yourself, a very heavy label on yourself, And that's the problem. Because there is nothing bad about feeling lonely, like there is nothing bad about feeling sad. It's a matter of how deep, how bad it gets. Right?
Two questions to you. Do you feel lonely? And is there anything sort of like shame-like related to this?
Well, sometimes I feel lonely. I don't consider myself a lonely person, like, if we're talking about labeling myself as a lonely person, but sometimes I do feel lonely, of course. It correlates to other things that are happening in my life. The moments when I feel lonely are the moments when something is not working the way I want it to work. And then probably I don't get support from people I count on. Maybe I am in a state when it feels like everything is broken and everything doesn't work according to my plans. And then no matter who is around, I would probably notice only the things that will highlight that those people don't support me, So it's kind of like I get into the state when I don't see any positive feedback, signs or whatever. And then I might feel very, very lonely in that.
I had that too. it really shifted my perception of loneliness, I think. Like, what's the opposite of loneliness? The opposite of loneliness is the feeling of connection.
Happiness, connection.
I would say connection. You say
Connection?
happiness?
I don't know why. I mean, like, connection brings you happiness, but connection is not something that has saturated feeling.
To me, it's the opposite. Connection is like the most vivid feeling that I can
Let me
feel.
think about it. Like for me, like connection equals to happiness. You know, because
As a word or as a feeling?
yeah, as a feeling. Yeah. How can you describe the emotion, the feeling of connection?
To me, it's like a very precise feeling of, this channel between the two people, maybe more. But in order for you to feel it, you need other people to participate. And when you feel they are participating, that creates this amazing feeling. And it doesn't mean happiness. Happiness is like a larger, more, stable thing. But connection is something very ephemeral. It's like this moment in time, very intense, very beautiful.
But it gives you a lot of happiness because you kind of clicked, you kind of feel the other person,
And you feel felt.
and you feel seen.
As soon as you have like a category that you put yourself in, you're just there. And it's actually pretty close to mindset, to the topic of mindset, because there is this growth mindset and fixed mindset, I guess.
Yeah.
The alternative is, and label makes you fixed because you're this and this is just me. But growth is just something, okay, I have like a number of parameters and I can change. Like if you don't like anything about me,
Yeah.
tell me because I can change it.
What a miracle! I mean, like
Yeah, but to me it's a very rare situation when people can acknowledge that, because most of the times people have this ego and changing for someone is just like they lose.
I mean, in relationships, it's all about compromising, and I think it's a healthy relationship when both people can compromise. Like there is a certain period of time when you do a step forward, then another person is doing a step forward. When there is just one person who is changing and the other person is happy to be around that person, like, I mean, it's not healthy to me. It's cool when both people are ready to change.
Totally,
like, that's
of
the
course.
beautiful part. But it's a good part because, like, when you have this label, you are fixed.
Yes.
You kind of, at certain point, you start to act as expected with this label.
Yeah, because this is you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
moreover, I think there is certain like a fear of losing it, like your identity, because
Yeah.
you're this. And who
Yeah.
are you without that? What's interesting about change is that you're actually in control of it, and it empowers you more than having this label.
Having the label gives you certain security and stability in this chaos which we are living in. Having this stability of knowing who you are. I put this dress on, like this is me, this is the road I'm following, like this is the path I'm going.
This is kind of control. Actually, you are more in control when you direct your change.
Yeah. Going back to dating.
Okay.
So people have a huge variety of options. Option is not a problem. The problem is actually focusing and choosing. Maybe like in the next 10 years, we'll have more matchmakers who are going to be like, okay, so I've talked to you, I've talked to other 1,000 people. I know that this is your destiny. This is the person. And you're like, okay, so maybe that's the destiny. Maybe that's provision or whatever. It gives you focus, it gives you control, it gives you security, and it's very contrary to like, okay, if this doesn't work out, I have so many options out there.
I think this kind of arranged things makes things much easier for people, for sure, and that is the reason why it's like so fucking hard for people to exist in this world today, because of the optionality. If someone tells you this is your person, you have to feel very aligned, and you have to make, okay, this is my choice, I'm doing this. Then it becomes your choice, then it becomes you. We're now perceiving, this optionality and the necessity of choosing something as a limitation. But I think, in fact, being committed to something, deciding to be committed to something, provides you so much freedom.
Yeah.
Because this is you, this is your decision.
Yeah.
You can change it. Like you can fucking divorce.
Yeah, I agree.